So now we are discuss types of soil. Earlier we are discussed how it is divisible, how it is different, and what was the basis. Basis what? Climate, topography, rocks type, etc. And then time. Means types of soil depend on climate, topography, rock type and time. Like if any soil, if any soil has on tropical climate. Tropical means here temperature is in range of 26 to 32 degree. Okay, it is a range. It is vary on the season to season basis, but most of the time it is 26 to 30 degree Celsius. And if we move above temperate, temperate means 20 to 26 or 28 or 27. Okay, it is your globe, it is your equator, 0 degree, it is tropical region, here temperate region, and here polar region. Okay, so as you know, as we move above, climate temperature decreases, and if we move towards the equator, temperature increases. Okay, and it depend on the rotation and revolution of the, like sun rotate. If sun here present, then tropic of Cancer is more heated. Then if sun here on the vertical, then tropic of Capricorn more heated. As it is depend. Okay, at the time climate, topography depend on the situation where it is located, and rocks. Rocks is 3 types. Which one is igneous rock, metamorphic rock, and third one is sedimentary rocks. Okay. So recently Indian Council of Agricultural Research has divided the soil of India into 8 types. Of these, the mountain soil and forest soil are found in different altitude of mountain regions. Okay, first one is alluvial soil, second one is red soil, and third one is black soil, and fourth one is laterite soil, and fifth one is desert soil, and sixth mountain soil, 7 forest soil, and 8 marshy and peaty soil. If you able to understand better on name, only name, so you can better understand about soil. Like alluvial soil, it is formed due to deposition of sediments. Okay, so the type of soil is spread over about 43% of the total area of the land. Means most of the part of India covered by alluvial soil. How many percentage? 43%. And this soil is found in northern plain from the Brahmaputra valley in the east up to Satluj in the west. Okay, and in the delta region of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers. The formation of alluvial soil is due to the alluvial deposition by the river. whose carry sediment? Sediment carried by the river water, because you know river water from the mountain come out very forcefully, and when it is come very forcefully, they come up with sediment, okay, and deposited plain, and this deposition of the sediment, after a period of time more than many years, is molecular structure changes. It is a very finely gravy soil, like if it is a part of this level of sediment, but over a period of time it is break down into small pieces, okay. There is more proportion of potash, phosphoric acid and limestone. What is present in adequate amount? Potash, phosphoric acid and limestone, okay, it is present. But what is absent here? Here absent nitrogen and humus. Why nitrogen and humus absent? Because of the plain area and no any plant can be stand on the river bank areas, okay. So because of plain area, here no plant, big plants survive, or as you know, because of plant their leaf shedding, humus layer is created. If leaf shedding is not present, okay, if leaf shedding not present here, so how can we suppose about humus layer, okay. That's why here humus not present, and if humus not present, so nitrogen content also absent, because in many plant roots like leguminous plant root, we find nitrogenous bacteria that help change into atmospheric nitrogen into able to take plant. Like if nitrogen present in environment, you know about 78%, but this nitrogen cannot be taken by the plant. They are not able to take direct nitrogen. As a result, they require changing process, and changing process who does? Leguminous plant bacteria. If this plant absent in this area, so we cannot say here nitrogen present, okay. That's why here leguminous plant propagated year by year, okay. So as you can see in your book, here pictographic representation of the soil, okay. So you can see here in yellow color, most of the part India covered by about 43% alluvial soil, okay. Here what we can grow? Like crops like wheat, paddy, sugarcane, jute, cotton, maize, oilseed, etc. can be grown here, because it is very rich and very suitable for the growing of the crop, and because of this soil we are able to cultivate most cereals, and we are sufficient in the food agriculture, okay. We are sufficient fulfill the demand of the country of the cereals or the food, okay. Because of this soil, like if we talk about Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar and many other part of Rajasthan, southern part or eastern part and northern part of the Gujarat, we can see this type of soil, okay. So this is the most, we can say, very essential part of the land, because it is a very rich agricultural cultivation, very rich form of the agriculture cultivation crops can be grown here. Next one is red soil. Red soil, as red soil is also indicate why it is red. So because of the iron content present is more in amount in the soil, that's why we can say soil color is a red. And because of soil color is a red representation, we say or we call this soil as a red soil. Okay, it occupies 19% of the total area of the India. It is spread from Tamil Nadu, the peninsular India up to Bundelkhand in the north. As you can see in your notebook, this part of the land belongs to red soil. Okay, such soil is found in some parts of Rajasthan as well. The soil is red color due to the presence of ferric oxide. Ferric oxide means iron content. Okay, iron is a pure form of the ferric. Okay, so iron content is here more, and it becomes yellow as we go down. If like it is a layer of the soil, as we go deeper we find yellow color. Okay, lime, gravel and carbonate are not found in the soil. Like we can say here limestone, gravel present here, but here everything limestone, gravel absent. Okay, there is a deficiency of lime, magnesium, phosphate, nitrogen, potash in the soil. That's why we are not able to grow most of the cereals in this region. What can grow here? Like crops like millet, cotton, wheat, jowar, linseed, groundnut, potato, etc. are grown here. Next one is black soil. As a name indicates, black. This soil is why it is called as black soil, because of color. Okay, black or ragged soil. Ragged soil. Okay, covers about 15% of the total area of India. This soil has formed due to the spreading of Dakkal lava. Dakkal lava, as we go back many years ago, here one volcano happened, and because of volcano many lava came out, and this lava is very liquid, means liquid is very fluidy in nature, very fluidy, and it reaches many part of the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat. Okay, and then this lava makes the soil black. Okay, entire Maharashtra, western Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh and certain part of Karnataka, and in Gujarat, Surat, Bharuch, Narmada, Vadodara, Tapi and Dang district have this type of soil. Lava rocks and climate play an important role in the formation of soil. Because of lava rock and climate, it makes easier to form this type of soil. There is more proportion of iron, lime, calcium, potash, aluminium and magnesium carbonate. In this type of soil, it is considered to be quite fertile. Means most of the time it is considered as a quite fertile. Not much but fertile. This soil also has capacity to retain more structure because of, as you know, liquid, if any time anything which is made up of liquid matter, and they retaining capacity because of more, just like if very powdery form of anything, and if any powdery form of any, like powdery form of float. Okay, if I want to mix more and more water, they are this thing absorb many part of the water, as like here, because of it is made up of lava, it is able to absorb more and more water. Okay, whenever the moisture dries up, but when it is dry, it is a very tight and tough structure form. Like if floor plus water, duff is very softy, but if duff dry, that is, this form of floor is very tough. Same thing happen with black soil. Okay, if it is a mixture of water, then it is very soft, but when it is very dry, when it is in form of dry, then it is a very tough and it creates ferrous in cut, like cut. We can you can see in your book. Develop fissures, and this cut is known as fissures. Okay, what we can grow here, like crops like cotton, linseed, mustard, groundnut, tobacco, urad are grown in this soil. As it is more suitable to the cotton, this soil is also known as black cotton soil. As you know, Maharashtra is a top in production of the cotton because of this soil. Okay, so entire Maharashtra is covered up by black soil. Okay, Gujarat is also one of them, but Gujarat is not a top because of entire Gujarat is not covered. Some part of the Gujarat covered by the lava soil. And next one is laterite soil. What you understand about laterite? Laterite means later. Okay, which means brick. Laterite soil, which means later, and later means brick. As you know, brick is more important for the building formation. Okay, so this soil is most of the time used for the bricks manufacturing. Okay, and red color because of the iron oxide content. As you can see here, iron oxide written in your book, but in case of red soil, ferrous oxide, because here large amount of impurity present, but here less amount of impurity present in the iron content. Okay, that's why here iron oxide and here ferrous oxide. Okay, so now you can differentiate. The name laterite is derived from Latin word later, which means a brick. It's red color due to the iron oxide. When